Right, so today is December the 22nd of 2013, and since tomorrow, I worked last night, I work again tonight, it'll be my fourth night in a row, 12-hour shifts, and tomorrow my wife and I plan on taking all of the gifts that we've bought, and, we've raised money for and everything for this family we're kind of providing Christmas for a Secret Santa project that we do every year. We're going to take the gifts to that family tomorrow. We've got to call the mother, and find out kind of what time would be good to come over, but the problem is, she doesn't know us, she's never heard of us, and I think it would be kind of odd, or awkward, or strange, for us to call her up, and we got to figure out something to tell her, and why we want to know where she is staying and when she would be home. I don't know, maybe say she was entered into, I don't know, a drawing, or her name was submitted for something and for Christmas, maybe? So, I don't know, maybe we'll do that. We'll figure something out. But tomorrow we're planning on doing that. We have a whole bag of gifts for her and her son and her 3 grandchildren. Whoa. Alright, so we're going to do that. If you want to see kind of the updates and things like that, you can go to Facebook, and you can go to the Secret Projects page, or you can go to my website, exposingme.com, exposingme.com/secret_projects. I'll put a link to that down in the description. So we're going to do that. I have been thinking about a lot of different things. I started using Evernote. Again, if you haven't heard of Evernote, it's an app. I know you can get on iPhone, maybe Android, but it's kind of an organization app where you create notebooks and for different subjects, kind of like I have one for my business and one for my podcast, as well as for my business podcast that I'm working on developing. I need to make one for the podcast with my brother up in Columbus, and put down ideas and make different notes and things like that. And there you can put pictures and videos and little snippets and things like that into these different notebooks. I've got to kind of play around with it a little bit more and figure some things out, because I've heard some things that you can do, like you can make stacks that have books in them, like multiple stacks. Within those stacks you can have multiple books, kind of like if I created a stack for my business, and then within that stack I would have multiple notebooks about different areas, like the podcast, or one about different services, like a different notebook for different services, and have specific information and details about those services in the notebooks. So I haven't been able to find that feature yet, and I know when I used Evernote before, or when I started looking at it, it had folders and things, and it looks a lot different now with the new updates, and it seems like there isn't really a whole lot to do there. Like, there are only notebooks, and that's about it. No stacks, no folders, nothing like that. So I've got to play around with that more and see, because I keep hearing great things about it from like John Lee Dumas on Entrepreneur on Fire, and I've heard it from many other podcasters and entrepreneurs and things, but I'm not seeing the great benefit to it just yet. And you can't even take things offline, from what the app tells me, unless you have the premium plan or whatever. That's like, I don't know, it's like $5 a month. So yeah, there's that. I've been looking at that, but I developed an outline for the podcast for my business last night. I just have to find some transition sounds for when I switch from one topic point to the next, and get some intro music, some outro music. I write up kind of an intro script, so when people would first start listening to the podcast, if they've never heard it before, it would give them a really short little summation of what the podcast is about and what the purpose is, and maybe a little bit about the business as well. And then at the end I'll go into it more after all the information and everything. So the point is to give out free information about various diseases and things like that, maybe just a little bit of some kind of health issue that's in the news, and then go from there. So I'm working on that. What else? What else is going on? Christmas is almost here. Christmas is like 3 days away. So we actually have a couple different Christmases that we're going to be doing. We did one with my in-laws on the 14th of December, and then on the 24th we're going to, my wife and I, do our Christmas together for each other. And then we also do Christmas with her aunt and uncle that's right next door to us. And then Christmas morning, our kids, we do Christmas with them. And then on the 26th is actually my wife's birthday, and I believe we're doing Christmas with my brother, one of my brothers, and his wife on the 26th. So we can't get everybody together at the same time because of work schedules and all that kind of stuff. So we have multiple different Christmases, which is kind of nice. It gets spread out a little bit longer rather than the hype all year long, getting up to Christmas, and then it's one day and it's over, and okay, back to regular life as we knew it. So there's that. Alright, this vlog's a little bit longer, going on about 7 minutes, so I'm going to let you go, and I will try to think of some more topics for next time. You can suggest topics. What would you like me to talk about? What do you want to know my opinions about something? And I don't know, maybe just any kind of suggestions at all, and I will read through them and reply to you and all that. So yep, that's it. I'm gonna talk to you all later.